Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question was suggested by a viewer. Amy attacks with Mr. Orfeo and doubles its power. After that resolves, Nick plays a humility against Mr. Orfeo. What are its power and toughness now? Let's build our way up to the answer to this question by first considering a couple of simpler questions. What if we played a humble on a grizzly bear's and then played a giant growth on it? What would be grizzly bear's power and toughness? It actually doesn't matter what order these two spells were cast or resolved in. Because Humble acts on the creature's base power and toughness, its effect applies first. Giant Growth, which adds to the base power and toughness, applies in a later sublayer. Therefore, the Grizzly Bears will be a 3/4. The next important fact that we'll need is that doubling a creature's power is accomplished by creating an effect that gives that creature plus X plus 0, where X is the creature's power as such an effect resolved. So if you attacked with that grizzly bear's from earlier and doubled its power, then the bear would get plus 3 plus 0 and would end up being a 6/4. The size of the power doubling buff is only calculated once, and does not get updated if the creature's power changes afterwards, which might be a little bit disappointing, but it also ensures that two such buffs would not combine to result in a creature getting plus infinity plus 0. The last important thing that we'll need to observe is that removing all abilities from something does not cancel out the effects of abilities it had before which have already resolved. So if you humbled Mr. Orfeo before it attacked, then obviously you wouldn't get to double anything's power because it wouldn't have any abilities. But if you play the humble after that ability resolves, or even after it triggers, then that's not going to change the fact that some continuous effect in the game is giving that creature plus X plus 0. Just like humble doesn't cancel out the fact that you played a giant growth on the creature from the first example. We now have everything that we'll need in order to answer this question from the original problem statement. The Mr. Orfeo ability resolves and gives itself plus 2 plus 0. Then the humble sets Orfeo's base power and toughness to 0/1. Since Orfeo is getting plus 2 plus 0, that means its final power and toughness is 2/1. Pretty cool, right? There are a lot of possibilities for the final power and toughness that you could end up with if you added the giant growth into the mix and tried every possible ordering of those three resolving, but I'll leave that as an exercise to the comments section. That's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling. Until then, I hope you have a great day.